Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. I appreciate those watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today we talk about Nosferatu. It came out Christmas. It's still out there in theaters, so it's not too late for you to catch it out there on a big screen. And I did enjoy looking at this on the big screen. Great visuals, great cinematography. They did an excellent job with the atmosphere of this movie. About a month or so ago, I did do a review on the original Nosferatu back in 1924. So this is kind of like the 100th year anniversary. I'm pretty sure that's why they came out with this movie this year. And when I was talking about that review, I was talking about how I like the black and white version better than when they colorized that version. I feel like the black and white really adds to the atmosphere of the movie, gives you that extra creepiness. So fast forward today, I think if this movie was in black and white, I think it would have made it a little bit more creepier, maybe just a tiny little more scary. Having said that, though, I think they did a very good job with the cinematography on this. It does give you a feel of creepiness. It's always kind of dark, rainy, misty, it's not very sunny at all. It's always that cloudy feel. And I feel like the visuals that they use does add to the atmosphere of the movie, that it does give you that uneasiness as you're watching it. So I think even though it wasn't in black and white, I think the cinematography of this does add to the movie, does add to the scariness, but it's not really a scary movie. So I'm a minute and a half into this video, and I haven't even said what this movie's about. For me, personally, maybe for other reviewers out there, this movie is about a demon-like creature who wants to move back into the city. Not move back into the city, but move into the city to be next to the woman that he wants to basically boink at this time. This movie is about lust in a way, about sexual pleasures in a way, because this is kind of like what this demon is all about. And our female lead, who is portrayed very well by our leading actress, she does an excellent job portraying this character. She is probably does the best job with this role. She really shines, not demeaning the other actors whatsoever. Everybody does their role, I would say, as close to perfection as you can get. It's really well acted out, but the female lead really does do the best with her character. You really feel for this woman as she's torn between the great love she has for her husband and for her being possessed or controlled, or I guess those would be about the right words, by this demonic-like creature. I'm just gonna call him Nosferatu, because, I don't know, it's easier to pronounce, easier for me to remember, plus it's the title of the movie. But, you really see her being torn when she's a good, loving wife, and then when she's kind of possessed and controlled by this demon-like creature. She does a great job portraying both of these characteristics of her character. Excuse me. I'm not coming down with the plague or anything like that. I say plague because the plague does play a part in this movie. But she does a very good job with this movie. And like I said, everybody does a fantastic job with this role, so it's very well acted. The script, the dialogue is very well written. I do have some problems with the plot of the movie. There's some parts, especially at the end, that really don't make sense to me. I feel like at the end, pardon me, I got this cough. I'm not going to edit it out either. I get everything in one take, right? Everything's a one-take man here. Anyways, I feel like I do got a little bit of problems with the ending, especially when it comes with our female lead in this. I feel like they say, I feel like the writer's like, we got to give her something to do. We got to give her something to do at the end. We got to give her some kind of big role for the big climactic ending. And I feel like it's kind of pointless of her role. Not pointless of her role, because she, like, the role she gave us was like the major part of the trap that they're laying for this creature, for Nosferatu. I don't know why I'm going to cough already. Let's get it out there. Okay. For Nosferatu, I just don't like I don't want to give away the ending at all. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free as possible. But I feel like the actions she took and the role that they gave her was didn't have to be done. Maybe there were some plot points I missed watching this movie, but what she had to do in order to try to obtain victory, I just felt like it was not needed. Or just say that much. That's why I feel like the writer's like, well, we got to give our female lead some great achievement in this movie, so let's have her do this action for the climactic ending of the movie. When if you watch the, now I'm going to give a spoiler of the original one, which is different from the ending of the new version. The new version, I mean, not a new version. In the original version, you have Nosferatu. He's approaching the girl, and all of a sudden the sun comes up and kills him because, you know, he can't be in sunlight. And that's how they defeat him. This one is similar to that, but there's an extra added action that needs to be done, which I don't really know why that action needed to be done. So let's just go. Let me end this. Stop me from blabbering on. I just don't think what she did at the end of the movie was necessary to get the results that our heroes were looking for. I feel like what the men did was enough to get the results they were looking for. So I'm just saying, basically, I think the writers were getting kind of desperate, and they're like, this is modern times. We need to give the female lead more of a role in this plan to defeat this evil. So let's get what this movie is about. And if you've already seen this, leave some comments below. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, if you're still hanging around at 7-minute mark. Thank you very much. So let's get to like the nuts and crannies. This might have some spoilers. So first off, I'm going to recommend this movie with caution. Okay, I didn't love it. I don't really think it's a very good movie plot wise. I think there's a lot of plot holes in this movie. Visually great, acting is great. So I guess if I do those, I guess it has 2 out of 3. And like Meatloaf says, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, baby, right? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But there are some plot holes, especially I got problems with the ending. Very much with the ending. I just didn't think what they did wasn't really necessary. All right, enough about the ending of the movie. And there's some stuff sprinkled in the middle of the movie and stuff that I didn't really like. But okay, let's still get to this the nuts and cranny of this movie. What is it really about? It's really driven about like sexual desires in this movie. It's like one of the main themes is sexual desires, carnal desires. I'll just use the word carnal desires. The beginning of the movie, I guess it's handed, and you have to kind of put pieces together. Like, she's like a young girl, and she wants to experiment. She wants to see about carnal desires. So at the beginning, she's kind of praying out, and she kind of prays out, and this demon character answers her prayers and gives her these carnal experiments, I guess you could say. And so, like, when I say like sexual desires, it's like you see like there's 4 or 5 different acts of sex, I guess you could say, people do in this one. And you have the basic one, like the healthy one, let's say the right choice, healthy choice. Is then you got like the sex to like familial sex between a husband and a wife, the good sex. So I don't know where I'm going with this. Good sex, healthy sex, where it's between a wife and a husband, and they're trying to create a family, kind of create a loving environment within their household. You see that with her best friend, and I guess the guy is her husband's friend, but with her friend's family, that relationship is a wholesome relationship. They love each other. And I will say about this movie that I found a little different from a lot of modern movies is that all the husband and wives in this movie actually love each other. They want to be with each other. There's nobody trying to cheat on the other one. None of that other stuff. Even when she is being lured in by this demonic creature, she still loves her husband. And that's what really kind of tears her even more apart with this fight to stay away from this carnal desire, the sexual desire to desire, and to be with her husband and not to go out with other people. And you kind of see this also as another theme of, especially for that time period. It takes place, I believe, it's the year 1839. This review is getting long, so I'm going to try to speed up as fast as I can. In 1839, you know, where you have, if you have extramarital relationships, it's considered bad and dirty, and she kind of has that guilt over her because she had that experience with this demonic creature. So there's ways in her relationship she doesn't feel worthy to be with her husband because of it. But, you know, he loves her no matter what, even when she finds out the truth about her childhood, about what happened to her when she was young. He's still willing to be with her. So, like, you got these very strong marital bonds, which is somewhat surprising in this day of age. But the other carnal desires we talk about here, one was you have a little bit of a like a little bit of a hate sex here in this movie, hate / jealousy sex. You got that kind of desire, that kind of interactions. You got a little bit of a gay sex in this. I didn't really realize it was until the end of the movie. There's a scene, like I said, there's going to be some spoilers here from here on out. There's a scene where Nosferatu gets our male lead, and he's like, it looks like he's just trying to suck his blood on his chest, and he's making these humping motions, you know, but I just thought it was him sucking the blood in. That's why his body was doing that. Didn't realize it to the end when he's doing it to somebody else. So it's like, oh, so that's what he was actually doing. It's kind of like a Rocky Horror Picture Scene early on. So you got that, and then you just got lustful sexual actions. So it kind of takes that the carnal desires and the certain phases of carnal desires, I guess, actions, categories of carnal desire, you know, lust, love, hate, jealousy, you know, and then, you know, gay and stuff like that. Either in good or bad light, it's up to you while you're watching this. And then the other part of this movie, that's kind of like the main theme of this is carnal desire, and healthy carnal desires, unhealthy carnal desires, and kind of like the effects of both in a way, of effects of having these, going through with these desires. And then the second one, a little more undertone here, is they're talking about modern times. Even though they're in the great Renaissance age at that time, even though we're in the great modern time, technology, postmodern era of Earth, I guess you can call it. There's still that spiritual side of life that is truth. The spiritual side of life, there's still truth in that. And that even though we can have all this great technology or science, as they say in this movie, this great science, there's still spiritual. Still the spiritual world is still very true and very surrounding us. And it really does exist. Even though we might get more technology, more scientific, you still have the spiritual side that still exists alongside science. And it's kind of throughout this movie too, especially in the latter half, once you meet the science, the great doctor, the university guy, Willem Dafoe's character, once he comes into the effect, that's when that starts to play out more. But yeah, if you've already seen this movie, let me know below. Give me some comments. Do you like it? What'd you like? What did you not like? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Hopefully you enjoy this. If you didn't enjoy it, don't let me know. I'm a very fragile man. No, I can handle the truth. If you hated this review, let me know also if you hated the review. Have a great day, and hopefully you'll see me again. Bye.